Hello everyone and welcome to my complete dungeon guide. Danjin is one of the best DPS in the game. She can dish out tons of damage from her combos. She can also be used as a secondary DPS with another Havoc character, as she can provide buffs as well. Her combos are not as complicated as it seems. This video will make it much easier for you to understand it. In this video, I will cover everything you need to know about her combos, rotations, best echoes, ideal echo stats, weapons, teams, and more. Without any further ado, let's jump right into it. Danjin's basic attacks are very important, as you need to mix and use the basic attacks with her resonance skill to achieve various effects and deal more damage. After doing a dodge counter, using an intro skill, or doing 2 basic attacks, casting the resonance skill twice will mark the enemies with incinerating will. Danjin's damage against these enemies is increased by 20%. This mark also increases her echo skill damage. Doing 3 basic attacks followed by 3 resonance skill cast will unleash a combo called Sanguine Pulse, which deals more damage. I will talk about these combos in detail later. Her skill consumes her HP, and she can heal herself back with her 4-day circuit's heavy attack. This heavy attack also deals a very high damage. Danjin gains her 4-day circuit stacks after hitting an enemy with her resonance skill. The heavy attack can be casted when the 4-day circuit is half filled, but if it is casted when the circuit is fully filled, it will deal much higher damage. Ideally, you would want to cast heavy attack when her 4-day circuit is completely filled. However, if you need some emergency healing, it can be casted with half-filled circuit as well. In her resonance liberation, she gets very angry and nukes the enemy. Danjin's outrow skill is what makes her a really good character to pair with Havoc DPS characters, which currently is the Rover. It gives 23% Havoc damage bonus to the next character you switch into after using Danjin's outrow skill, that is when the Concerto energy bar is filled. I wanted to explain her first inherent skill right now, but I figured it would be much better to explain it along with her combos. Her second inherent skill is quite good. It increases her heavy attack damage after doing her Sanguine Pulse combo, that is 3 basic attack and 3 resonance skill. For her talent priority, level her resonance skill first followed by her 4-day circuit, then go for ultimate skill and basic attacks. Moving on to Danjin sequences. All of Danjin's sequences are quite good, buffing her own personal damage. The most noteworthy ones are the 4th sequence, which gives her 15% crit rate when her 4-day circuit is half filled. The S5, which increases her Havoc damage by 15% that can go up to 30% if her HP is below 60%. And the last sequence is the best. It gives a team-wide 20% attack buff to all party members after using her heavy attack. This is really good when you pair her with other Havoc DPS characters, which currently is the Rover. Moving on to Danjin's weapons. The best weapon is the 5-star standard banner weapon, Emerald of Genesis. It provides crit rate alongside attack increase, which can be easily stacked by Danjin. But don't worry if you don't have it or if someone else is using it, as we have really good alternatives. Commando of Conviction is an insane sword to have in your account, and hopefully you chose it from the free 4-star weapon selector. It gives 15% attack increase, which only requires the intro skill to trigger. There are some other decent alternatives, but not as good as these 2 weapons. Lunar Cutter and Lumigloss perform similarly and are a decent weapon option for Danjin. The Sword #18 is a good alternative, as its passive synergizes well with Danjin. This sword can be crafted so it is easily accessible for everyone. For Echo set, the Sun Sinking Ellipse is hands down the best set for her. The Echo skill would want to use will be either the Crownless or Dreamless. Crownless is good for Danjin's personal damage, as it buffs Havoc damage and resonance skill damage. The rotation will go like intro, then 2 resonance skill to mark the enemy followed by echo skill. But if you are using Danjin with the Rover, the Dreamless will be the better option, and you will know why in a bit. Alternatively, you mix and use 2-piece set effects of Sun, Sinking Ellipse, and Lingering Tunes. You can run 2 types of echo setup with Danjin. One is a 4-3-3-1-1, and the other one is 4-4-1-1-1 setup. On 4-cost echoes, look for crit rate or damage, Havoc damage bonus on the 3-cost ones, and attack percent on the 1-cost. Between the 2 echo patterns, the 4-3-3-1 is better, but much harder to get, as we all know how difficult it is to get Havoc damage bonus on the Havoc set. So 4-4-1-1-1 is a decent alternative. Also, while running the 4-3-3-1-1 pattern, Ideally, Havoc damage bonus on both the 3-cost echoes would be better, but attack on one echo and Havoc damage bonus on the other is not far behind and a decent alternative. For substats, look for crit rate, crit damage, attack percent. Heavy and resonance skill damage increases are also good. For ideal crit rate, try to aim for 50 to 60% or higher. However, if you are using Danjin alongside Rover, which is currently the best Danjin team, you wouldn't have enough resources to gear both of them, unless you are a whale. So in such case, prioritize gearing the Rover first, and Danjin can use the Moonlit set, along with the Impermanence Heron Echo skill, till you get enough to gear her. Before starting with her combos, if you are enjoying this video so far, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and share it further with your friends. Make sure to subscribe for more. Danjin's combos are extremely simple. You first start with the intro skill and 2 resonance skill to mark the enemies. Then use the echo skill if you are using the crownless and spam the 3 basic attack and 3 resonance skill combo, also known as the sanguine pulse. Use the heavy attack when the 4-day circuit is filled. The heavy attack can be used with half-filled circuit for emergency healing. The mark lasts for 12 seconds, so you need to make sure that you refresh it. One thing to keep in mind while doing the heavy attack is that, after holding the normal attack button, make sure to tap it again to deal the last hit of her heavy attack. After the heavy attack, use her ultimate if it is ready. Make sure the enemies are marked before using the ultimate. So her combo will go like this: intro plus 2 skill, then crownless echo skill, then do the sanguine pulse combo twice. Mark the enemies again with 2 basic attack and 2 resonance skill. Use heavy attack and ultimate skill. If you are using Dreamless, use it at the end, and while the skill is active, you can swap into your other characters. As we are obviously not fighting dummies, it won't be always possible to execute the full combo. Sometimes in multi-target situation, she won't be able to mark all the enemies. But keep the basics in mind. Do the mark combo, spam sanguine pulse until 4-day circuit is filled. Refresh the mark, then use the heavy attack. Use ultimate skill at the end if it is ready. Wait, hold on, there's one more thing left. As I mentioned in the skill section, the mark can also be applied by using her resonance skill twice after doing a dodge counter. Dodge counter is when you do a basic attack after perfectly evading an enemy's attack. So you dodge the enemy's attack, do a basic attack, followed by 2 resonance skill cast. The benefit of applying the mark this way is her first inherent passive. It buffs the damage of this combo by 20%. It doubles the HP cost of the skill, but in return doubles the 4-day circuit stacks recovered. Due to the aggressive nature of the enemies in this game, you will be triggering dodge counters quite often, so when you do that, make sure to execute this combo. Before moving on to the team synergies, let me first talk about the Havoc Rover and Danjin combo. This duo deals very high damage in a very short amount of time thanks to the ridiculously high burst multipliers of the Havoc Rover, which is 980% at level 4. It can even one-shot some bosses. The rotation goes like this. You trigger Danjin's outrow skill to give the Havoc boost to the Rover. Then nuke the enemies with his burst and use the Dreamless skill, which is now buffed due to Rover's ultimate. Then quickly swap to Danjin and use her Dreamless skill as well. And after this, you can proceed to deal some damage with Danjin, or switch to Rover to spend some time on field with him. As in most cases, he will be the most well-built. Use his 4-day circuit, then attack and skill combos, and then go back to your support like Verena or Baiji to continue the rotation if the enemies are not dead yet. Danjin can fill her Concerto energy bar quite fast, so casting her outrow skill is not a problem. While this combo could be termed as the best team for Danjin, it doesn't mean it is the only team she is best in. Danjin has very high personal damage as a result. She can also be the solo DPS of the team. Let's move on to the team comps. As I mentioned earlier, the Havoc Rover pairs extremely well with Danjin as Danjin provides the Havoc damage bonus, which is great for the Havoc Rover. So Danjin, Rover, and the last slot is Flex, usually used by a support. Baiji, Verena, Jiangxin, Tao Che, all are good supports. And for main DPS Danjin, the team building is straightforward. Baiji, Verena, Tao Chi, Jiangxin, Mortefi, Yang Yang, etc. are all good supports or sub-DPS that can fit here. Danjin, Tao Chi, Yang Yang, Danjin, Mortefi, Verena are some team examples. Before building Danjin, you need to know her pros and cons. Danjin can deal high personal damage, especially in single target, and can also heal herself back. She pairs extremely well with the Havoc Rover. However, she is a high-risk, high-reward character as she drains her own HP, which makes her less beginner-friendly as you need to dodge to keep her alive. Danjin is the best for single-target situations, but falls behind in multi-target situations. Nevertheless, she is one of the best 4 stars in the game who can rival the 5-star characters. She can also provide buffs from Outrow skill and 6 advancement, which is amazing. Which build guide should I do next? Let me know in the comments. I hope this video was helpful. Don't forget to like and share the video and subscribe for more Wuthering Waves content. Thanks for watching.